I'm Christy. Today I want to talk to you about Snapchat. So this week finds us looking into Snapchat. Now once again, I need to be upfront and say I don't use Snapchat personally. So I'm relying on the research I do for my information. So what exactly is Snapchat? In short, it's a free app that is designed to use pictures and videos to show your life in the moment and then disappear after a set amount of time. Now part of the appeal is that you can add cute filters and other effects and then share them with your friends. And it all sounds fun, innocent, and entertaining. A few other aspects of Snapchat include quizzes, geolocation, chats, and streaks. As with any other social media app, you're legally required to be at least 13 before you open an account, and they do require a birthday. But we all know how easy it is to fake a birthday, especially when it isn't checked. Some parental advocates recommend being at least 16 years of age before having an account, because some of the content that may come across your loved one's screen might not be appropriate for younger people. Now, in learning about Snapchat, I found these articles to be helpful in understanding the basics of the app. There's one at netnanny.com, another at wondershare.com, and finally one at commonsensemedia.org. You can find links to all of them over on the blog. That's at www.havenofhopeforme.com. This originally posted in February of 2021. Now, all of these overview articles provide a good overview of the app, as well as clearly stating some of the major concerns and how to protect your loved one. I think one of the scariest potential risks in using this app is the fact that it automatically provides an exact location for where you are when you post a snap in what they call the Snap Map. Yikes! That sets off all kinds of warning bells in me. Fortunately, you can turn it off by going into ghost mode or by turning the Snap Map off. Another big warning flag to me is that the snaps are supposed to disappear after a set amount of time. But the disappearing assumes that no one screen shares your snap, no one saves it to their device, and no one shares it. We all know that those are highly improbable and unsafe assumptions to make in this day and age. I like the way Common Sense Media puts it, and there's a link to this quote on the blog. Quote, when Snapchat first started, it was labeled the sexting app because people sent intimate photos assuming they'd self-destruct. Any app can be misused, but a lot of kids mistakenly believe that Snapchat has a built-in get-out-of-jail-free card. Teens really need to understand that the content they share can be saved and shared and may never go away, end quote. So now moving on to the part that we're the most interested in, how to protect our loved ones by putting safety measures in place. ProtectYoungEyes.com, again there's a link on the blog, answers the question of parental controls this way. Not in the traditional sense does it have parental controls. We define parental controls as items that parents can set and lock into place. There are plenty of functions that parents can set, which we'll explain below, but everything can be changed back. This is the problem, end quote. Common Sense Media recommends that, quote, if you decide to say yes to Snapchat, sit down with your kid and together go through the app settings, the little gear icon next to your profile image. Scroll down to Who Can. This is where you can control important safety features, such as who can see your location and who can view your story, end quote. Now, I like these suggestions. It helps our loved ones learn how to self-advocate and protect themselves while online. On the other hand, I'm a bit concerned. I know some of our loved ones are aware enough to change settings back without our knowledge. It's definitely a double-edged sword. I also appreciate that Tom's Guide lets us know about how Snapchat has put together a safety center. Again, you can find a link over on the blog. It says, quote, parents can pay a visit to Snapchat's safety center, where the company lists its partnerships with various organizations and safety advocates to ensure that its comprehensive community guidelines are being followed. From the safety center, you can find information on how to change privacy settings, report safety, abuse, or impersonation issues, and access safety resources like Connect Safely's information on responding to cyberbullying, end quote. Now, changing settings that can't be changed back, like I said before, is not possible within the app itself. However, I did find several apps that talk about settings and how to modify the defaults to better protect our loved ones. InternetMatters.org provides step-by-step directions along with pictures to walk you through making these changes. ScreenTimeLabs.com offers this step-by-step guide, again including pictures. They break it down into 6 steps. SecureTeen.com provides a 6-step process as well. Now, while not quite as explicit and no pictures are included, the article does walk you through the process. Finally, Bark.us breaks things down a bit differently. They provide lists of steps on how to adjust privacy settings on specific aspects of the app. It appears to be a bit easier to find the specific setting you want to modify this way. You can find links to all of these articles over on the blog. Again, that's at www.havenofhopeforme.com. This is from February of 2021. So where does this leave us? How can we protect our adult loved ones with special needs, many of whom don't understand the intricacies and dangers of social media? Well, first of all, I would say realize that Snapchat can be both more innocent and fun than many other social apps. At the same time, it has many more less obvious dangers. Be aware of both sides when deciding if this is an appropriate app for your loved one. And as I've asked before, does your loved one want to use Snapchat? If not, personally, I'd stay away. It's not worth the risks for someone who's not really interested in the app in the first place. Now, if your loved one does want to use Snapchat, will they change settings on their own? If not, you could set up the appropriate safety precautions, monitor use by becoming a friend, and see how it goes. You could also set it up as a trial with the app. Allow them to use it for a specific amount of time and see how things go. If all appears to be going well, you could allow them to continue to use the app with the caveat that if anything becomes dangerous or inappropriate, they'll have to stop using it or whatever parameters you decide to put in place. Finally, personally, I would also discuss with AJ how there are people who use this app for not nice things. It could be a great opportunity to help him understand a bit more about how to protect himself while online. It can also help him understand why I do things to protect him from the bad guys. So my question for you this week is this. Does your loved one use Snapchat? If so, I'd love to hear about it. And I'd love to hear about your thoughts. You can leave me a comment below, or you can leave me a comment over on the blog. One last time, that's at www.havenofhopeforme.com. This originally posted in February of 2021. I'm grateful that this particular app isn't an issue in our house, so that I can continue to say that life is good and there is never a dull moment.